Man, that's tough to speak on everybody's interpretation and all that. But honestly, the thing that I hope for is just I gave it my all for the last 9.5 years or whatnot since I've been with the organization. Did everything that I could, left no stone unturned. Sacrificed sweat, blood, tears, and everything. And I hope that legacy is it's well encapsulated there at the franchise and with the Texans fans. But most importantly, like how much I've affected so many others across the community. Just being able to just talk to somebody. That's about it.
With plans like this, is that what makes it a little more hard whenever you are connected to a community and make plans to it and then have to adjust?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You have so many connections. You build a life down here. It becomes home essentially. Everything that you've known for the last 10 is like right down here. So yeah, kind of disconnecting from it to go to somewhere else. It's I won't say frustrating, but it's like a new space. But for me, I take a lot of things in stride when changes and adaptability comes. As far as what I've had to learn just being in the Texans building, changing through different hands and all that. So honestly, for me, it's just as they said, it was a mutual thing where we just parted ways, and so I'm just looking forward to what's next.
How'd the conversation go? I mean, when was it? How was it communicated?
It was just yesterday, so went smooth, short, quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the biggest thing. I'm just appreciative of just not learning through Twitter or through Facebook or something like that, and then getting a call and as far as being able to look me in the eye and just tell me exactly what it is, and so I appreciate that.
Was that Nick Casario there?
Oh yeah, it was definitely Nick. It was definitely Nick. Nick Cully was there as well too, so I sat down, we just talked as far as what direction both of us wanted to go and all that, and so it's cool, man.
What was
Now
the
you're
direction
direction
that they?
for you, actually, that you think you want to go?
Oh
You know
man,
yet.
yeah, good. As far as it goes, being with a team that has a chance to make it to the playoffs, to make it to the Super Bowl, to be with a contender, honestly. So that's the direction that I want to go. Get a chance to, as I'm on the back half of my career, put the cherry on top, honestly.
Was that a direction you wanted to go?
I mean, of course. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
As far as the adversity that they were facing now, it gets frustrating, and just to see in the guys in the locker room is who I feel for the most. That's the thing, because I built a lot of bonds and all that, and try to get guys to really instill a good spirit. I try to use what I've learned, my experiences through ups and downs, to coach up some of the young guys and all that. And biggest thing is what I've tried to impart on some of those guys as well is just to be able to keep God at the center of things, no matter what, not getting too high, not getting too low, just being calm in that storm, essentially. And so, man, for me, I mean, look, as far as the direction I wanted to go, or I want to go now, definitely, it's being with a contender, getting a Super Bowl championship.
When
You
you
talk
the phone
about
already?
being with the team for 10 years. That you should step away and look at that. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
Yeah. Honestly, that's it's a blessing. Honestly, at the end of the day, some people were like, "Man, he's probably sad and all that." To be honest with you, I'm not sad because I just look back at what I've been blessed with the time, to be able to play 10 years in the NFL. Just a kid from Akron. Didn't really have a pot to piss in, as far as it goes. I don't know if I can say that, but I'm sorry. Getting that call, you watch the NFL year in and year out and see people get drafted and their dreams come true, change your lives, change your generational like the kids' lives and all that, your immediate family. So being able to have that happen in my life has been absolutely amazing. And the biggest thing is, what's been a blessing is that what I've been realizing is I've impacted so many people just on the field, and then off the field as well too. And one of the biggest things was impacting people by just talking to them and seeing how approachable I was and all that, and just having a humble spirit, just picking a conversation with anybody. So it's been a blessing. I've loved every single moment of it. There's been some trying times that I didn't love, but love it all the same because it made me who I am today.
You guys restructured your contract to where like this would possibly be a year you could end up being traded. Did you like 6 games? Was there flexibility that there might be a way that you guys could move on in different ways like this?
You know what? That's all on them, honestly, as far as that goes. There possibly could have been, but, you know, the restructure already happened early in the year, and possibly that was going to be the direction anyways, and, you know, if I made it through the 17th game. But, you know, it was going to happen either way, one way or another, and it just happened sooner than later.
You know, there's a, you know, Caserio was pretty open about process-oriented through the franchise right now, and in the direction it's going, kind of rebuilding. What do you see as kind of what's going on here? It's like you're moving on here, and the team's moving on. And what do you see with the team you've been around so long, where their direction is right now?
Yeah, I mean it's a rebuild phase, honestly. So implementing new cultures, philosophies, getting who they want, who applies to their system, schematically and philosophically as well too. So that's what I see. Now, you know, I don't have their mind in the exact words what they want as far as what they're thinking,
Yeah.
but I would say anybody can see that from the outside perspective. And the thing is, like, see it being in it and changing hands as far as the coaches, staff, and stuff like that, you get used to it.
When is the phone already ringing? I would imagine you and your agent Todd are already starting to field calls.
Oh man, so yeah, got a call probably yesterday. I don't know if more calls came through. I haven't been able to check my phone, you know, because we've been dealing with the opening with our life skills program for the foundation. So I'll connect with him here, and we'll see where we get, what's been happening so far, and man, I'll just take it in stride, man. It's just a blessing.
Like you still have a lot left in the tank.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel good mentally. I feel good spiritually. I feel great. And I get a chance to really help out and give it my all to a team.
You got 3 sacks, man. Still get to the quarterback.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I should be at like about 6 right now. To be honest with you, I missed a couple out there. It's crazy, man. And the holding call I got from the holding that I got, but they didn't call it. But it's all good. Yeah, man. So I talked to a couple guys around the league, and they're like, man, you know, you got 3 sacks, man. That's good production. You know, it's not that bad for a veteran like you. So. You know, hopefully that gives me a really great opportunity to, as far as somebody has seen that, yeah, he's still productive.
You know, you start a couple of games and then start rotating the defensive line. Was there a point in the middle of the season, or maybe in the recent weeks, where you started to understand maybe they were moving in a different direction?
You know, it's yeah, of course. I mean, I can't lie and say no, but as far as, you know, reps starting to dwindle, playing more of a reserve role. And all that. Of course, they want to go younger, cheaper. Who doesn't? You know, as far as when it comes down to it, the NFL is a business.
Right.
So, for me, I was like, man, I'm starting to see exactly what a lot of other older vets I've been around had to go through, and what they're starting to experience, and who I've talked to as well too, throughout this year. So, it's been you know, probably, you know, pretty prepared for this, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, for it to happen and all that. I mean, yeah, it came out. It was probably out of left field, but for a lot of people. Man, just gonna take it all in stride, man.
Who have you leaned on? You mentioned.
Oh man, you know, I'll talk to guys like Chris Long and a lot of their older vets and all that. Who's been in? I mean, Chester.
Yeah.
You know, that's been my mentor for years. So it's. And even in the beginning, you know, you always say, not for long. It all comes for us. And I remember somebody said, at some point, your name is going to end up on that cut block, trade block, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. They're going to have that conversation with you at some point in your lifetime, your career. Mm-hmm. So it's going to happen. You know, it could happen as soon as like 3 years, 1 year. It could happen as later as 10, 11, 15, and whatnot. So I always kept that in the back of my mind.
Do you have a message that you tell younger players that look up to you about just the business of the game? What do you say to them?
Yeah, man. Man, I want to say I didn't think about that, but I think I got a good one right here. So when it comes down to the business, and the NFL is the business. For anybody who doesn't think that it's not, they're fooling themselves. But find joy if you're going to play it. Find joy in it. Don't let your joy be dictated by somebody else. And when it comes down to business, gosh, I forget his name, but the actual guy from Wolf of Wall Street. Check your feelings at the door. It's business.
Jordan Belfort.
Yep, Jordan Belfort. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I appreciate it, Wendy.
No problem.
Thank you.
No, appreciate it, man. Yeah.